Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Gary Holt from Exodus and formerly from Slayer, and you're listening to The Razor's Edge.
This is Matt from The Razor's Edge. I'm at ArcTanGent Festival with Liam from Svalbard.
Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
Very good, thank you.
How was the set earlier?
It was very enjoyable. It was very hot. I hadn't eaten quite properly beforehand,
Right.
so yeah, lots of bad preparation. But yeah, went really well. Really happy with how many people were there, how the sound was on stage.
The sound was really good, actually. It can be hit or miss at festivals, but it seemed to work with what you're going for. So
we've got our front of house over there. You can thank him for that.
So, yeah, I'll just say that a bit louder next time. Way to the Mask is out in a couple of months now.
Yeah. 2 months.
2 months.
Just under, yeah.
So I think we got 2 or 3 songs from that today.
Yeah.
Now, I know bands like to evolve as they go along. I think I did a review of When I Die, Will It Get Better? When it came out, and from album 2 to album 3, I was hearing progression where it was like, okay, a little bit dreamier, but now it seems like the intensity and the aggression is really back with the songs that we've heard so far. Is that true, would you say, or have you got a few surprises up your sleeves?
I mean, it's not really anything we think about. I feel like, especially with the end of Eternal Spirits, it's got a very moshy, heavy section at the end, which I've had lying around since It's Hard to Have Hope, actually.
Oh, okay.
But it's one of those things where it's just in the bank, and then eventually, you start fleshing it out, or it starts working, and you come up with a finished product in the end. We always go for a very natural approach to things. Nothing's ever forced. If we feel like it's not working, we just ditch it, or we put it to the side for the moment. That's what happened with that one, and it came back later when just kind of everything just suddenly fell into place when we were writing for this new record.
I hear that. I hear that you've performed some violin on new tracks as well.
I have, yeah.
How's that come about?
Violin was my first instrument.
Oh yeah.
I learned to play the guitar by just riffing on the violin, turning it sideways and playing helmet riffs, I remember.
Right, okay.
And so it's always kind of been something I picked up occasionally and kept up with, but I hadn't really thought about doing it properly. I did some violin. One of my friends' bands, who I joined called Morrow. They asked me because they knew I played violin, if I'd play some violin on some songs for them. I did that, it worked out, and then started thinking about, it would be nice to incorporate that in some way into Svalbard at some point. When we were writing the new album, we had to do some bonus tracks, and I started writing something. I wrote the guitar part and then put some violin over the top and sent it to the rest of them, and I'm like, this could be a bonus track for the album. And then just kind of as it formed from that, it just turned into something we're like, oh, and when we're in the studio we're like, oh, this is really good actually. I think this is going to be a single, so it's just turned on its head.
To be fair, I think the blackened kind of side of metal does lend quite nicely to stringed instruments. I saw Dawn Raid in Birmingham, who I think were also on the bill, and it was enchanting what he was doing with his fiddle or his violin on stage.
Simon's amazing.
Yeah,
really good. Yeah,
fantastic.
I think seeing them play a lot as well was a bit of an inspiration to maybe, start bringing it into the heavier side of things. Yeah.
How's working with Nuclear Blast? How's that up the ante for Svalbard?
I mean, this Nuclear Blast is a huge label. It's a label that we've all looked up to since, we've all been into metal since we were kids. So it's a label that's always been around. Me being the eldest, I remember Nuclear Blast from like the 80s and stuff. And we have to pinch ourselves a little bit to realise that we're on the same label as some of those, huge bands. It's daunting but exciting, and I think we've realised that we want to push ourselves, a bit and see what we can get out of this. And mainly it's just about playing, having fun. If we can do it in a way that means we can do it more often and not have to work so hard. Because at the moment, we work day jobs and do this on top, so it's like working 2 jobs sometimes.
I understand. Yeah. Well, was it 2 days ago, I think, How to Swim Down, the video came out of that. It's very, very powerful, very emotional for sure. And I know that you do vocals in Svalbard as well. How do you find pouring out such, heartfelt and emotive music on stage? Do you find it difficult, or can it be quite cathartic to get that out in front of an audience?
Absolutely cathartic. Yeah. That's the reason we do this is because it's selfish. Really, it's just we enjoy doing it. It's our release. I guess all the frustrations and problems that we have in real life, just like anyone else. Some people go to the gym. I want to stand on the stage and scream like basically.
Are you a regular at ArcTanGent, either as a punter or elsewhere? Do you come here most years?
Last one I came to was the 2019 one.
Oh yeah.
And obviously since COVID, no. And last year we were away playing another festival, so we couldn't come. But yeah, if we're here, I mean, 2 of us don't live in Bristol anymore. 2 of us live in London, 2 of us in Bristol.
Okay.
But if we're around and we're free, and yeah, I mean, of course, it's such a good festival. Yeah, exactly.
I came for the first time last year, and I'm pretty regular at festivals like Woodstock, which, the people are usually very nice there, but it feels like the filter that people come here is just even better, even nicer, even friendlier, and I knew after last year that I had to come back for this year.
It's such a good mix of bands as well, and genres, You get a bit of everything.
There's no festivals like it. I think I'd heard from someone that they described it as like, I don't know, Bloodstock for nerds or something like that. I love that. But yeah, I like how, I don't know, on the main stage earlier I was watching Chinese football, who's like, really dreamy, happy, emo post-rock, and then there was a black metal band on afterwards, and it just kind of works.
I mean, that kind of dreamy stuff of the black metal, they're so integrated anyway. They work so well together. So it seems like they're 2 different extremes, but they're not.
2 sides of the same coin, perhaps.
Sorry?
2 sides of the same coin.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So,
are there any other festivals that Svalbard tend to go down well at? Do you find?
Well, in the UK or anywhere? We were really surprised when we played Hellfest. We were really pleasantly surprised at how well we went down there. Especially if you haven't been to a festival before, you don't always know how it's going to go down. If you're clashing with another fucking awesome band, then you kind of think, well, everyone's going to go and watch them. Of course they are. But then we played to 10,000-11,000 people, and it was incredible, absolute dream stuff. So definitely want to go back there again. Most of the festivals we played were amazing, especially European men ones. So.
I love I've performed at my first EU festivals for the first time the last year, and I'm like, wow, they actually give you catering here and fresh food and a fridge full of beer. This is amazing. Why
never-ending beer.
Yeah. Why do we live out here? And if you weren't playing metal, what genre do you think you would be playing as your musical outlet?
I mean, I'm pretty much all over the place. I used to play in a death metal band. Like kind of death metal mix, like Dying Fetus kind of stuff. So, I would, for some reason, love to be in fucking gabba techno band like Scooter or something. Just because it'd be so fun.
It would,
Or some sort of parody version of Another Level or something.
Right.
Just anything that's fun. I'm into it.
I think sometimes metal has a tendency to take itself very, very seriously, and it's good to let loose sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to see the funny side in life and just embrace everything, because there's no point being stuck up and missing out on opportunities for yourself. When if you like something, you like something. That's it. That's all it comes down to.
Life's too short at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Yeah. I just wanted to thank you for your time. It's been really nice to speak to you.
That's all right, no problem.
I've been looking forward to this. But this has been Svalbard at ArcTanGent. Thanks for listening. Make sure you keep up to date with future episodes by subscribing to our channels. For more information on this podcast, or for all the latest music news, reviews, interviews and more, head over to our website, www.therazorsedge.rocks.